Jax, look, I know we don't get along, but I think I might have an honest opinion about this finale. Which is the topic of today's video! Greetings, my legion of traitor shy guys, my name is Jason, and as you may know, I just posted a reaction video to the Amazing Digital Circus episode 9 not too long ago. So today, I'm gonna go over my honest opinion about this roller coaster of a finale. Disclaimer and note, this video contains spoilers directly after this intro, so please watch the finale first before watching this. Also, this analysis is just my current opinion and will in fact contain a lot of holes that are mainly due to me not doing enough research nor a real deep dive into the story. I'm open to all kinds of corrections to anything I get wrong as long as it's constructive and it remains a safe place for not just me, but for everyone else who wants to pitch in. That means no fighting or hate in my comment section, please. Anyways, without further ado, let's talk about my nitpicks. I know my reaction felt like a sort of positive neutral, and especially in the end where we give Gooseworks a heartfelt message. That was an impressive ending.
And Goose, if by chance you're watching this, take a good long rest. I hope you see the spoils of your labor. Even if like some of it was bad, there was still a lot of good that came out of it.
Yeah, this may have been extremely demanding for you, but you still made something incredible, and we can't thank you enough for giving us such a universe to indulge in. But there are two pretty big things that I didn't really like with this finale. One, the revival of Cain felt like a bit of a stretch, and two, discovering that these characters are not humans trapped in a simulation and are in fact characters that just house real human mind files. And it just kind of got me turned around. So let's start off with Cain's revival. So Cain's revival was just a bit of a sudden occurrence. It honestly felt like an immediate betrayal of Kinger's words being,
"But we can still do what we can."
I was pretty much expecting there to still be a partially damaged, Cainless circus by the time everybody was finished. Cain was deleted, but I guess not. I mean, I get that this scene from episode 8 was him trying to actually be someone who didn't ask to be hated.
Why do you people torment me? It didn't have to be created. I just wanted to fulfill my purpose.
We even hear the immediate regret in Kinger's voice when he accidentally deletes Cain.
Wait, no.
So in turn, this might have actually gained the crew's trust back with Cain to actually bring him back, even though it was pretty much shattered right in this moment.
You just don't listen!
Well, actually, now that I read that part of my script out loud, they probably all already had their trust shattered long before that. There is, however, still the how about Cain's revival. Whether it be a team effort or him just coming back himself, there's still a disconnect with the fact that he was literally just deleted. Deleting something means it has been wiped from existence, right? Took out the trash, emptied the recycling bin, and it goes off into the nothingness in the data. Well, Cain doesn't exactly disappear. He was just stuck in this infinite void. Well, quote-unquote stuck in the void. And because of this, he kind of just slips back into the circus, completely untouched, even though he kind of acknowledges it, that he was deleted.
I understand that you're afraid. And you have no reason to trust me after all I've done.
Maybe there was something that I had missed in the scene where we finally get to see the real names of the characters, but I can't be too sure. Which leads us anyway to the second point. And that is the fact that these are just characters coded with neural scans. Throughout the series, we were led to believe that our main cast are humans trapped in a simulation created by a rogue AI. Even all the way till episode 8, where things started really going downhill for everybody. However, we suddenly get this in the finale.
What do you say, Pom? Abigail?
With all that being said and done, Abby is out there, living her best life. And here, I'm just Pomni.
This completely shuts down that whole belief. We just learned that the humans are all out and about, not even trapped at all. And Pomni, Jax, and everyone else are just character embodiments that house the brain scans of those actual humans. We basically just got hit with the all of your theories are wrong. Even in Ciel and I's reaction, I was a little bit confused about that. Okay, so yeah, these aren't people actually trapped in a video game. These are just characters that house their mind files. This pretty much puts into perspective that literally everything was a simulation, and the characters were just based off of real life people. Which, I mean, I guess it can just lead to the literal fact that this was someone's story and they just wanted to share it with the world. But still, it kinda defeats the whole purpose of how these characters acted when they first appeared in the circus, and their constant mindset of needing to find an exit. Plus, I feel like it also completely disregards what Kinger said in episode 8.
Wait, they really made this game?
No, we didn't make games. We were just developing artificial intelligence, specifically creative AI.
Now, I could go on about how this finale felt overall rushed and lazy, and even bigger details that are actually worth mentioning, including those 2 other Jax-related discussions I ended up cutting out of my reaction video. But I feel like other channels can honestly explain that way better than me and have probably already done it by now. However, I do think that the confirmation of Jax being trans, especially not ignoring the truth nuke being dropped by Amanda, was a really nice thing to discover. Even though I do wish that there was just a bit more of it to show. That being said, I do completely understand why flaws like these exist, and I can even say that I can forgive some of them. Even the 2 nitpicks that I just discussed are just kind of my opinion, so I have yet to actually watch some other videos explaining the matter of this finale. However, I do get why we ended up getting the ending we got, considering how much this was for Gooseworks. Not that I actually looked into the drama, but I do get what it feels like to try to tie things together for a finale. But it's more demanding rather than something that was actually being patiently waited for. Because of all of that pressure, there were still some holes and cracks that were never fixed in the end. And then it ultimately gave us the close-off we ended up with. That being said, I thought that this was a pretty okay ending. I may have not enjoyed it as much, but it doesn't erase the intense moments, twists, and nice messages we still got in the end, especially overall in the main series. Well, maybe not nice messages, but something to think about at least. And all I can say is thanks to Gooseworks for making an incredible universe. It was a pretty fun one to dissect and uncover secrets and mysteries hidden within it. But hey, that's just... What? What do you mean this isn't a theory video? Oh, right. I already completely forgot. This is just my opinion. Correct. Yes. Sorry. Well, anyways, that's enough for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you're new to join the Legion of Trader Shy Guys. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!